It's based out of the inner west. Pretty much music that makes young girls cry.
Oh, lovely.
Technology is constantly evolving music, from acoustic to electronics and woodstock to stereosonic. Computers and the internet have allowed the musical recording industry to be revolutionized, removing the power over sound from the big league recording studios and handing it to the people. The innovations of music editing software such as GarageBand and Ableton have brought the studio into the home, giving the user agency and thus allowing anyone with a computer to become a musician, regardless of formal training. This gives production abilities to those who previously would never have been able to access it, blurring the divide between musician and non-musician, producer and consumer. Yet it presents the issue of deprofessionalisation. At least that's what the theorists suggest.
I think you can talk about professional and unprofessional music as such. There's thousands and thousands of songs and artists and genres that are out there at the moment. And they all come to fruition in their own ways.
I assume that along with Jones, a live musician would have a somewhat negative attitude towards those who simply use products of the internet. And when talking about deprofessionalisation, my old SoundCloud account from 4 years ago seems to prove it with ease. Goes to show how downloading some internet software can make anyone a DJ. The introduction of free online distribution such as YouTube and SoundCloud have enabled aspiring musicians to have their music heard by millions of potential ears, rather than those of the people living next door telling you to turn it down. Taylor refers to the theory of reflexive accumulation when describing the social impacts of technology, specifically for musicians and music fans, relating the theory to digital distribution and the global availability of music, and the communication potential of the internet have changed the notion of what constitutes a musical community. Geography is no longer a barrier to social interaction.
I find with SoundCloud you have more musicians tend to use it, because it's kind of like specialised for music, like with YouTube and like Spotify. Spotify, I guess you have to be a more established artist already. Like SoundCloud kind of covers like that amateur aspect.
However, it is evident that some artists withhold from releasing music online as it presents the danger of the dreaded one-hit wonder.
Good music is gonna get picked up and it's gonna get a reaction no matter like when or where you put it out. So I think for us it's about you have your whole life to release your first song, but you only have a year if it's good music to release your second song. At the time we recorded some of our songs, we didn't have the knowledge to do a good job by ourselves. It's nice having a producer to work with and like all the technology there to get the experience, but that's not to say that someone who doesn't go through it with the studio and the producer and take that road is not legit.
Right. And thus leading us to recognise Jones's argument that recording sound matters less and less, and distributing matters more and more. Now that any individual can record, it's getting the music out there that really matters.